Hey, true believers, I have a very cool toy to talk about today. This is the Spider-Man action figure from Sphero. It's not really a very big posable action figure. It basically has arms that you can tilt left and right. If you'll notice, there are LED highlights and LED screens in there for the eyes to give it a little bit of animation. But primarily what this device does, you know, Sphero is kind of known for making cool robotic toys. This is not a toy that moves around. It's not a toy that rolls around like the BB-8, which is incredible, or the Lightning McQueen, which was recently released, which I'll be reviewing as well. This is a toy that kind of becomes a bit of a buddy for you or a kid or someone that loves Spider-Man. And it's kind of in the same vein as the Amazon Alexa or the Google Home product, and Apple's got one of their devices that's coming out very soon too, where you have this kind of intelligent internet-connected speaker that you converse with, and it converses back with you, pulls in some information from the internet. It doesn't work quite the same way as those devices do, at least currently, but Sphero has created this closed network that connects directly to their server, and this device actually connects to the internet and constantly updates. When you get it and pull it out of the box, it's going to connect to your Wi-Fi signal and auto update the firmware, and it will come packed with a bunch of different missions where you get this sort of almost like a radio play of you fighting different bad guys. You can ask Spider-Man to tell you some jokes. The robot actually starts to kind of learn from you. Spider-Man actually becomes a character that starts to kind of identify your tastes and your choices. It was so cool because I was chatting with Spider-Man as I was playing a video game, and I just kept asking Spider-Man to chat with me, and he kept asking me questions. He said, what's your favorite movie? And I said, well, Raiders of the Lost Ark. And he said, oh, Indiana Jones is the best. And it was that moment where it was just like, boom, this has some really cool potential to keep growing and becoming, this little buddy for you. That's this true robot operating buddy that Nintendo kind of promised us years ago with the NES. That's the way I kind of feel about this Spider-Man. Not to mention that the model itself just looks so cool. I kind of liken it to the the vinyl craze that we had, the super deformed kind of toy craze that we've had over recent years. We've had lots of Spider-Man creations made out of vinyl that are painted like this and look really slick and cool, but they don't really do anything. They just sit on a shelf. There he's coming to life right now. And this is the thing, like every once in a while, Spider-Man will just come to life and will suggest that you interact with the character. And there's also a built-in accelerometer in this device as well, so that it knows when you're picking it up and throwing it, and it starts to make that swinging sound, like he's swinging through the air. It's built pretty robustly as well, so I think it's going to, stand up to some abuse. I wouldn't throw it on the ground or anything like that. I wouldn't necessarily hand it to a 1-year-old because you might get some teeth marks and stuff on here, but the rubbery coating around the device will actually keep it, I keep calling it a device, but it isn't really that. Because you start to kind of identify with this thing. You start to kind of build a relationship with this little Spider-Man, and I think that's so damn cool. It's a bit of a, weird departure for Sphero. They've done ball-type robots that you can program and customize with different codes and things like that. BB-8, I think, made a lot of sense for the Sphero's progression. I think it also put Sphero on the map in a big, huge way. The Lightning McQueen, when you see that in operation, it's mind-blowing how animated that whole thing is. But I gotta tell you, I'm falling in love with this thing. And the thing that I really respect about it is that it's gonna grow. It's gonna remember data that I give it, and Sphero is gonna update it with cool new functionality. And I just think that's so damn cool. Now, you're gonna pay a hefty price to get in to the position of having Spider-Man in your basement or your bedroom or whatever and hang out with you like a little robot buddy. This is $200 Canadian or $150 US, which is a pretty hefty price tag. It's kind of like, getting into the Hot Toys kind of range out there. But the Hot Toys don't talk with you, Sure, you get superposability and fabric costumes and lifelike, faces and sculpts and things like that. But, you know, this is pretty cool. I like the idea of having a speaker-enabled, you know, communication device like this that is in the Spider-Man universe. And you know, some of the scenarios, the fights that he gets into with the supervillains and things like that, they're fun to listen to. There's actually quite a bit of good production in here. The voiceover actor that plays Spider-Man is actually very charming. He's very good with his kind of you know, science-y jokes and things like that, which aren't really funny, they're just cute.
Ah, I'm afraid of heights! Just kidding.
There's a lot of cute about this, which really works. The other cool thing is that you actually create a persona. You come up with your own kind of superhero name, so you're like a superhero buddy with Spider-Man, and you use the app to interact with, which you can get for iOS or Google Android. And you come up with a name and you come up with superpowers and you use that power, and Spider-Man constantly references you as your superhero name throughout your adventures with the character, which is kind of cool. Listen, I applaud Sphero's unique design here. This is not something I was expecting to see. I'm in total Spider-Man euphoria right now because Spider-Man Homecoming was so damn good, and I think this is going to entertain a lot of Spider fans out there. I am super happy to have this in my collection. This is going to get a prime spot in our basement setup for sure. You're going to see this behind me quite a bit in future episodes of Vic's Basement. I know it's kind of a pricey gadget to pick up, but if you are you know, a fan of the Sphero robots in general, or Spider-Man, I have a pretty good feeling you're going to dig this a lot. I'm going to give Sphero's Spider-Man 8.5 out of 10. Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.